Yo, yo, yo. Man, I challenge everybody to go out today and do at least one thing that make you uncomfortable. Get out that comfort zone, man. Go take a cold shower. Go to sleep today earlier. Wake up earlier. Take a different route to work. Do something that you've been procrastinating on. Speak to your coworker that you never spoke to. Just do something that's uncomfortable, man. Because once you get out of that comfort zone, you start to grow, you start to expand, you start to see progression in life.
At ease! I am sold. You are too damn comfortable to be great. What I said was, the majority of people are too damn comfortable to be great. That was my partner, OD the Great, man. That was my partner at Celevision on Instagram. A powerful member of the Power Circle. I love this brother, man. He don't open his mouth a whole lot, but when he does, it's like when we in the circle, it's like be quiet because this brother's finna drop knowledge, man. I love this brother. This is the type of brother, man, that will pull you to the side and say, you know what, man, like I see how you moving. If you do X, Y, Z, or these are my thoughts on the thing. I love this brother for that, man. That brother dropped the gem this morning on Instagram. He said a lot of us are just too damn comfortable, man. Like you have to get yourself out of that comfort zone to be great. And this applies to the majority of people. This applies to myself at times, man. People are too damn comfortable to be great. And you know what, man? This is what I'm starting to understand, right? Like a lot of people, in a lot of people's mind, and these are people that will never hit greatness, right? A lot of people in their mind, they want to get to a level of, greatness or success just so they can sit back and do nothing. They want to sit back on the beach, man, and watch people surf all day and eat bonbons and pineapples and strawberries and just ride their life out doing that. They want to be able to sit still and do nothing. But what I've understood, what I've come to learn over the last few years, man, meeting a lot of guys, that are millionaires, meeting a lot of guys that started their own business in the auto industry, in the industry that I worked in, these people aren't even doing that. Like when you do meet these people that are mega successful, that are mega millionaires, they're not just sitting back enjoying life. They're still putting themselves in uncomfortable positions. You know what I'm saying? So it's something on the inside of a person that understands that they have to be put in uncomfortable positions to succeed. And I'll be honest, man, I learned this by I won't say mistake, but I learned this without understanding what was taking place, right? I can remember back when I was in my 20s, right? Late 20s. I can remember when I was in the oil field, fracking. For y'all that are familiar with the oil field, you understand that fracking is long hours. I would get up around 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, drive from Tyler, Texas to Longview, Tyler, Texas to Kilgore, Texas, start fracking, man, and I would be out in the oil field all day, get home at 6 o'clock in the evening, eat dinner. My son was about 1-2 years old, play with my son for a few years, for a couple of hours, make sure he's clean, make sure he's in bed. And once the whole family went down to sleep, I'm tired, bro. My day is like, I've had a full day, right? But at that point, I had to go in my office, fire my computer up, and go to school and do online classes and write papers. You know what I'm saying? It took me being uncomfortable to get out of that situation. Because a lot of brothers are saying, you know what, like, man, I don't want to do this forever. Like I've been swinging this hammer, swinging this axe. I've been doing these certain jobs, for all these years. Like, I don't want to do this forever, but nobody wants to put themselves in uncomfortable positions to come out of that, man. But the thing is, like, even when you put yourself in uncomfortable positions and come out of it and elevate, it's easy to plateau. It's easy to get comfortable, man, and start to ride that wave, man. And I can see that I'm in that stage now. Like life is good. Life is comfortable. I wake up in the morning, do my meditations, give me a few minutes or an hour reading, take my son to school, give me a little workout in, prep my meal for the day, make a video, do my writing from. It's like life is good and I put the work in, but it's way too comfortable. It's way too comfortable. I'm not, I like it when things, or I perform better. Let me say that. When things keep me up just a little bit at night. When I wake up in the morning saying, you know what, I got to go harder because I got this thing that I've obligated myself to. Putting myself in uncomfortable positions, man. And that's what Brother OD was talking about this morning. He said, just do one thing a day. He said, do one thing a day. Do one thing a day that makes you uncomfortable, man. That's where elevation is, brothers. And I'm going to tell you, brother, it's in my DNA. Like, it took me years to tap into it, and it's still taking me years to tap harder into it like I need to, but it's in my DNA, brother. I've seen it in everybody in my family. My old man died when I was young, 12 years old, brother, but I can remember him putting that work in. I remember him working at a plant. He was putting those hours in just like me, going to work at 3 o'clock in the morning, coming home in the evening, playing with me, entertaining my sister, entertaining the wife. But then he had to get up and preach his sermon. He had to, prep for his sermons. So he would go in his office and be in there all night just before work, man. And back then I didn't understand it. It was normal. But I can remember walking in the kitchen some days, bro. I might get up, walk in the kitchen in the middle of the night, man. My dad, real talk, not lying, he might be sitting there with his eyes closed, sleep, with a cup of coffee in his hand. And I used to laugh like, man, my friends would come over, man. We would laugh like, man, look at my pops asleep, drinking coffee. He was grindy, man. He was putting himself in uncomfortable positions, and that's why my childhood was what it was. Well, we had nice things. He was always in elevation mode. My mom, I've talked about my mom a million times, boss chick. The boss chicks before boss chicks was a thing, man. Grinding, on her own companies. Going to work at 3 in the morning, coming home cooking for a family. Still doing her thing, man. My sister, man. My sister, 4 kids, 4 successful kids. She's still a wife, a house mother, a homemaker or whatever, a professional. And she just finished her, congratulations to my sister. She just got her doctorate degree, man. She'll be graduating in May. She'll be graduating in a few weeks in Miami, right? It's like people in my family are built for this. You know what I'm saying? We're built to go through life as normal, but can step outside and put those extra hours into being great, man. And I'm telling you, like Brother OD said, man, you have to put yourself, do one thing a day. Do one thing today to put yourself in an uncomfortable position, man. Because that's where the growth is, man. And I've talked about walking through the fire. I've talked about, growth in suffering. It's all about being uncomfortable, man. I was watching an interview the other day with Floyd Mayweather, and he was breaking this down in so many words. He was like, the whole, it's 24 hours in a day. Most of the time you're going to do this, you're going to be eating so many hours. You're going to be, driving to work. You're going to be doing a 9 to 5. You're going to be doing all these things. And then he said, well, what are you going to do with the last 2 or 3 hours that you have? Really only 2 or 3 hours of the day are yours in that type lifestyle. What are you going to do with it? What most people do is, I've done all these things. I've ate, I played with the kids. I went to work, gave the boss my soul. I've cuddled the wife. Now what I'm going to do? Now what am I going to do to put myself in an uncomfortable position to be great? Most guys won't go in there and put that energy into themselves. Most guys are going to go sit on the tube, click, click, put on Sports Center, see what LeBron and them doing, see what the Cowboys and them doing, and then complain about like why is everybody else winning? Why can't I be great, man? Why can't I be great? You have to put yourself, man. I appreciate Brother OD for that word this morning. You have to put yourselves in uncomfortable positions, man. I was just telling my son this morning in so many words. My son started spring training, right? And the thing is, like for the last 2 or 3 months, all he's been talking about, he sleeps and eats football, right? All he's been talking about is, every day we're lifting weights. My weight is going up. I'm getting faster. And it's like, that's good. But last week when spring training started, they shifted from that gym mindset to now they're going over drills and skills and agilities and all that. I'm like, that's good. And I said, well, at what point do y'all lift? He said, yeah, well, we really don't lift as much as, I said, this is your opportunity right here. I told him that this morning. I said, this is your opportunity to be great, man. This is your opportunity to scale. I said, everybody has shifted their mindset from getting stronger, getting faster in the gym to now let's work on skills. I said, but man, I said, you need to still be working on that. I said, you were going to school at 6 o'clock every morning, hitting the gym. And now y'all are comfortable again. Now y'all are going to school at 8:30 in the morning, getting to practice in the evening. I said, there's no reason why you shouldn't be waking up at 7, which is still later than you used to, going in the garage, hitting the weights, burning out on bench press, get some squats, man. I said, that's going to separate you from the masses. Just you being uncomfortable, man. I'm telling you, brothers, I'm telling you. And I'm telling you and I'm telling myself at the same time. Putting ourselves in the fire. To separate ourselves from the masses, we have to put ourselves in uncomfortable positions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not good enough for us to go and clock in and clock out 9 to 5, come on, eat dinner, and say we've worked a whole day. It's not good enough, man. It's not good. I don't care even if that job is paying you, X times 10 amount of money. If you want to be great, if you want to separate yourself from your peers, you got to go above and beyond, man. You got to use more than 24 hours a day to excel, brothers. It's a must, man. If you wake up and when you go to bed every night, man, if you're just not tired, like, you know what, I left it all on the field, you didn't go hard enough. I didn't go hard enough. If there's still that much energy, man, for you to get in the bed and you're like, I'm not tired, let me just cut Netflix on for 30 minutes and fall asleep. You didn't go hard enough, brothers. I didn't go hard enough, brothers. We have to be uncomfortable to be great, man. We have to be uncomfortable to be great. And then I think about, I'm like, well, what keeps us in that, that comfort zone, man? Because a lot of us will say, we'll get on the ground, we'll get on the book, we'll get on the tube and say we want to be great. We want to do things, but it's like, what's keeping us from being great, man? And to be honest, a lot of it is just going to come down to our belief. A lot of us aren't going to put ourselves in uncomfortable positions because we simply don't believe that type of move is going to benefit us, or we don't simply believe that we have the ability to achieve, man. A lot of us have a poor mindset. We were just talking about this in the Power Circle Sunday, and I don't know how we got on that topic, but I went quickly I referred to the book, The Magic of Thinking Big by, I don't know his first name, Schwartz, right? And there was a part in that book where the brother was saying, I think he had an experiment for his students, and he just said something like, let's get an idea on how we can, and I'm paraphrasing like crazy. He said, let's get an idea on how we can end the prison system in the next like 30 years, 40 years, right? And he said all the students were like, it's impossible. Like, this is why we can't do it. This is why we can't do it. All the students had all these reasons why you couldn't do it, right? And once they got all that out their system, Brother Schwartz said, okay, like we've tackled that part of it. Now let's focus on how we can do it. And he said all of them start thinking now, like, okay, like we have no other reason to think negative. He said they start saying things like, well, hey, you know what? We can start rehabilitating the prisoners while they're in so they don't come back. We can start having after school programs. We can start doing all that stuff. It's like once you get that negative, crap out the way, then you can start seeing things. You can start seeing your way out of situations. You can start seeing ways to, achieve your goals. And once you can see ways to do it, then it's a lot easier to put yourself in an uncomfortable position to achieve it, man. So getting past that first wave of disbelief is the reason why a lot of people don't do it, man. But once you can see, once you can see the horizon, once you can see the possibility of achieving that goal, and I don't care what the goal is. For some reason, a lot of people want to make $100,000. So if you're making 50, if you're making 60, and you're like, I want to make 100K, get all that crap out of your mind on why you can't first. Like, well, my job don't pay it. I ain't got no degree. I was born in a small town, blah, blah. Get all that out the way. And once you've exhausted yourself with all that crap, then say, okay, how can I do it? Like if I really wanted to make an extra $40,000 a year, if I wanted really to double my income, how could I do it? Separate yourself from yourself, man, and say, you know what? Looking at myself from outside of myself, How could this person achieve it? What skills, what talent, who does this person know? What can they do that most people can't do to achieve that goal? And write it down, man. Even if in your mind it sounds unbelievable, write it down, brother. And say, you know what? I could do this. Like, I could get up at 3 a.m. and start making videos. I can get up at 3 a.m. before work and get me an extra workout in to get to a body fat so I can be a competitor. And then you have to put yourself in an uncomfortable position to achieve it. I'm telling you, brother, success leaves clues, man. All we have to do is look at the people that have done it, man. And I'm telling you this, nobody that I know that's a multimillionaire gets there and says, you know what? Okay, I just wanted to get here to chill. I just want to get here so I can sit on the beach and people watch all day. Nobody does that. So if your mindset is, I want to win, I want to hit a milli just so I can sit back and do nothing. If your mindset is that, brother, you need to fix that first. You need to fix that first, man, because nobody just wants to sit, sit on the beach and scratch the gonads all day. No man is one to do that. Let me say that. No man is one to do that. It's not in our nature, brothers. We are too damn comfortable to be great. I'm going to say it again, brother. We are too damn comfortable to be great. How copy?